Now let's take a look at the first question. What is emphasized by Alice's and the Queen's differing points of view? So we want to know what's emphasized. So I'm going to highlight this. And it's highlighted by their differing points of view. So I have to think about this question. It's basically saying that they see things differently, and that somehow emphasizes something. So I look through my answers. The garden is a dangerous environment. Alice must follow the Queen's leadership. Alice is overwhelmed by the scenery in the garden. The garden is a place that follows a different type of logic. So, none of these jump out at me as completely factually incorrect. I want to take a look at them, I think, more closely and go back to the text. So let's start with A. The garden is a dangerous environment. Well, first of all, I kind of think back to the way Alice was feeling. And I don't recall her feeling any real sense of fear as though she thinks she's in danger. And when I look through, the only time that I see her really discuss fear is simply she's afraid that she's offended the Queen. And that's not actual fear as in the kind of fear that would be elicited by a dangerous response. As I go through, I can't find any evidence that I can highlight to verify that answer. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my answer eliminator. So I'm going to strike that one through. Okay. And again, that's a really, really good strategy because your brain's no longer processing that one. So now we have B, Alice must follow the Queen's leadership. Again, I want to know what's emphasized by their differing points of view. And the Queen presents herself as domineering and commanding, but the passage does not suggest that Alice should follow the Queen. The Queen advises her, the Queen kind of argues with her, but, we don't see that the Queen is demanding that she follow the Queen's leadership. So I'm going to look at maybe some of the other choices and maybe come back to this one. Alice is overwhelmed by the scenery in the garden. Now, if I go through, I can find some evidence that things are a bit overwhelming in a sense. They're very different. She's trying to figure things out. But that's not emphasized by Alice and the Queen's differing points of view. It's revealed through her point of view. And you have to remember, this question has more than one part. It's not just asking what's emphasized, it's what's emphasized specifically by their differing points of view. So I don't see that through their discussion. I only see that through some of Alice's thoughts and some of the things that she says. So I'm going to eliminate this one by going over here and clicking strike through. Okay, so now it's between B and C. But before we talk about these two, in the form, you're going to answer this question. Why would we eliminate A or C? You have to tell me about one of them, not both. But it's a way of making sure you're processing elimination strategies and that you're watching the video from beginning to end.